Good afternoon, dear students. How are you all? Very good. Shall we begin the session? Okay? Good. Before that, you have to tell me what did you learn in the last class. Tell me one by one. Yes. In the last class, you learned how to seek opinions and how to give opinions. And also, you read a beautiful paragraph on Robinson Crusoe. Am I right? Then what are we learning in this class? In this class, you are going to learn the uses of if clause. So, I begin the session with a conversation. Listen to it. Okay. So, this conversation is between a parent, between a parents and a teacher. Okay. I take the role of parent.
I take the role of headmaster.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
How is my son Ramesh studying?
I'm afraid Ramesh isn't doing very well. He has scored fewer this time.
Oh, is it so? What could the reason be?
He isn't attentive in the class. If he works hard, he will do better.
Sir, he is on the school cricket team. So he comes home late every day after practice.
If he divides his time properly, he will manage both studies and sports. You should motivate him.
Alright. I'm sure if I help him, he'll improve. So students, you listen to our conversation, right? So now I'll ask you a few questions. You have to answer them. Are you all ready? The first question is, who is the student referred to in the conversation? I repeat the question. Who is the student referred to in the conversation? What was his name? Yes, he is Ramesh, right? Why did he get fewer marks? So, why did he get fewer marks? Very good. Because he was not attentive in the class, right? If he was attentive in the class, he would have scored good marks, right? So, he got fewer marks because he was not attentive in the class. How will he manage both his studies and sports? How will he manage both his studies and sports? How will he manage? Very good. If he divides his time properly, he will manage both his studies and sports. Correct? So, he has to divide his time properly. Students, in this conversation, we have come across sentences like, if he works hard, he will do better. If he divides his time properly, he will manage both studies and sports. If I help him, he'll improve. Correct? Am I right? Correct? So these are if clauses. Before that, you tell me, what is clause? What is a clause? So what is a clause? Clause is a grammatical unit which has a verb and a subject. It's a part of the sentence, part of the given sentence. Clause is not a complete sentence, but it is a part of the sentence. But that part should have a verb and also subject. For example, let us take this one. If he works hard, he will do better. Correct? So I'll take this part. This is the verb. Correct? So this is a clause. If he works hard, he will do better. This is a complete sentence. If he works hard, this is a part of this sentence. Correct? And part contain a subject, that is, and a verb, that is works, right? So this is a clause. This is a clause. But in today's class, we are going to learn if clauses. So now you know what is a clause. Correct? So now you have to tell me what is if clause. Very good. That clause should contain if. Usually, when do we use if? So here, if he works hard. So that is the condition here. So when we are going to tell about a condition, we use if. Correct? Okay. Also we call it as conditional clauses. We call it conditional clause. Already I have told you, if tells about a condition. This clause will contain a condition. So if clause and conditional clause. So both are the same. Okay. So students, in if clauses there are mainly three types. Okay. That is type 1, type 2 and type 3. Okay. So these sentences are in type 1 form. In these sentences, if condition is fulfilled, the events are certain to happen. That means, in these sentences, when we use if, the condition is fulfilled. That means it speaks about the possibility of the event. If condition is fulfilled, the events are certain to happen. It speaks about the possibility of the events. For example, if he works hard, he will do better. Doing better in the test is possible when if he works hard. If he works hard, then only he will get good marks in the test. So, what is the condition there? If he works hard, he has to work hard, then only he will get the good marks, right? He will score good marks in the test. So, scoring good mark in the test is possible, correct? So, these sentences are in type 1 form. So, I'll take the second sentence here. If he divides his time properly, he will manage both studies and sports. When he will manage both studies and sports? Yes, if he divides time properly. So, managing both studies and sports is possible when if he divides his time properly. So, that is the condition there, correct? There is a condition. So, if I help him, he will improve. When will he improve? If I help him. So, these type of sentences are in type 1 form. Let's examine this one. So, remember students, always the type 1 form will be in simple present tense. Andre, if he works hard, he will do better. Correct? If he works hard, he will do better. If he works hard, this is clause. So, this clause is telling about a condition. Correct? This conditional clause. You observe here, which is the verb here? Yes, works. This is the verb, right? Works. Very good. This is in present tense or simple present tense. Correct? So, you remember students, in type 1 conditional clause, always the conditional clause will be in simple present tense. Okay? And the remaining part, he will do better antaitalva. So, that is main clause. Okay? That is the main clause. He will do better. So, this is the main clause and this is in this sentence. Here you can observe will. Correct? There is one form will. And one more verb is here, that is do. Always in type 1 conditional clause, there will be a will form along with the infinitive. Do you know what is infinitive? Infinitive means a verb without to. Without to. For example, I'll give you one example. I have to go. Okay, I have to go. I'll take one example. If I study, I'll pass the test. Okay, this is a complete sentence. If I study, I'll pass the test. This is a complete sentence. But if I take the half of the sentence, that is if I study, right? This is a conditional clause. This is a conditional clause of this sentence. And the main clause will be I'll pass the test. Correct? If that condition is fulfilled, then this event will be happen. So I'll pass the test. You observe here, if I study, which tense is it? Which tense it is? Yes, it is in simple present tense. Correct? So conditional clause is in simple present tense. And this is the main clause. Here you can observe will along with an infinitive. I'll pass the test. Correct? So this is infinitive. So clearly we can tell this is type 1 conditional clause. I'll give you one more example. If the weather is good, we will walk to the town. If the weather is good, we will walk to the town. So observe the conditional clause. If the weather is good. The sentence is in simple present tense. Correct? And in main clause there is a will and the verb is walk. So this is type 1. If it rains, the farmers will be happy. If it rains, the farmers will be happy. So if it rains, it is in simple present tense. Okay. So in type 1, you have to remember the conditional clause always it will be in simple present tense and the main clause will contain a will form along with an infinitive. Okay. This is the condition. So let's do an activity. What you have to do? You have to combine these two sentences. I'll give you some sentences here. Okay. So you have to combine these sentences using if and the right verbs. Okay. One has been done for you. I have given two sentences here. Wear a pair of glasses. See carefully. See clearly. Okay. Wear a pair of glasses. See clearly. So these are the two sentences. Is it possible? If you wear a pair of glasses, you will see things clearly. Wear a pair of glasses, see clearly. If you wear a pair of glasses, you will see things clearly. Correct? You can use anything here. If he wears a pair of glasses, he will see things clearly. He will see things clearly. And also I can use she here. If she wears a pair of glasses, she will see things carefully. Correct? So remember he, she, it wears. Correct? Wears. So good. I have given you two sentences here. Raise the volume of the radio and hear well. Hear well. So you have to join these two sentences using if and also you can use a right verb to make a meaningful sentence. Try it once. So raise the volume of the radio. Hear well. Tell me the sentence. Is it over? So I'll give you one sentence here. If he raises the volume of the radio, I'll hear well. If he raises the volume of the radio, I'll hear well. Or I can say, if I raise the volume of the, so if I raise the volume of the radio, he will hear well. Or I will hear well, she will hear well. Next one is, work hard, be successful. Work hard, be successful. So you have to combine and make a sentence. Work hard, be successful. How can you frame a sentence using these two phrases? I can say you have to include if. If I work hard, I will be successful. Correct? I'll be successful. If I work hard, I'll be successful. Or if he work hard, if he works hard, he'll be successful. If she works hard, she will be successful. Also, you can take any names. For example, if Kushal works hard, he will be successful. If Ranjita works hard, she will be successful, right? So here, if Kavita works hard, she will be successful. Mother finds out you failed, she will be unhappy. Mother finds out you failed, okay? She will be unhappy. So now you have to combine these two sentences using if. Try. If you work hard, you will be successful. So you have to try. Is it over? Okay. So if your mother finds out you failed, she will be unhappy. Correct? If your mother finds out you failed, she will be unhappy. Or simply you can frame this sentence as, if you failed, okay, if you failed, she will be unhappy. Your mother will be unhappy. So students, one more activity is here. Suggest some consequences or warnings for the following situations as shown. So one, I'll show you how to do it. Your friend always comes to the class. So you have to suggest some consequences or warnings for the following situations using if condition. Okay. If you are late to the class every day, I'll complain to your parents. Okay. If you are late to the class every day, I'll complain to your parents. Or simply I can say, if you come late to the class every day, I'll tell your parents. Okay. Your friend has not submitted his homework. So this is the situation. Your friend has not submitted his homework. So make a sentence. So type 1 condition, if conditional clause. You have to frame a sentence for this particular situation. Try it once. Is it over? If you don't submit your homework, the teacher will be unhappy. So if you don't submit your homework, the teacher will be unhappy. A student scribbles on the desk. If you scribble on the desk, you will spoil it. So if you scribble on the desk, you will spoil it. Very good, students. So look at this sentence. I have given you one more sentence here. If I had a lot of money, I would travel all over the world. If I had a lot of money, I would travel all over the world. Observe this sentence carefully. If I had a lot of money, I would travel all over the world. So it is possible only in his dream, right? So this sentence is in type 2 form. Okay. It is improbable. So let's examine this. So one more example is here. If I were a baby, I would sleep all day. If I were a baby, I would sleep all day. But is it possible? Now I have grown up, right? So I can't be a baby now. It is possible only in his imagination, correct? If I saw a tiger, I would never be scared. If there were no mosquitoes, there would be no malaria. Now he has malaria. So now let's examine type 2 conditional clause. Okay. So remember students, in type 2, always the conditional clause will be in simple past tense. Simple past tense. And the main clause will contain would form along with a verb. So let's take the example. If I had a lot of money, I would travel all over the world. Correct? So if I had a lot of money, this tells about a condition. Correct? So this is clearly, it is a conditional clause. But observe this clause. If I had a lot of money, if I had a lot of money, had is a verb here, right? It is in past tense. So this whole conditional clause is in past tense. Now you observe the main clause. Would travel. Correct? Would travel is a verb here. So would plus travel. Would plus travel. Would plus verb. Correct? Second example. If I were a baby, I were. Very good. Are past tense, were. Correct? If I were a baby, I would sleep all day. So sleep is a verb here. Okay? So there should be a verb along with would. So I would sleep all day. If I saw a tiger, I would never be scared. If I saw a tiger, I would never be scared. So if I saw a tiger, this is main clause, that is conditional clause, correct? So this is in past tense. This is in simple past tense and the main clause would be. So now in this class we learnt type 1 conditional clause and type 2 conditional clause. Is it right? Conditional clause, it will be always be in present tense and the main clause will contain a will form along with infinitive, In type 2, the conditional clause will be in simple past tense and the main clause will contain a would form along with a verb. So students, I hope all of you have enjoyed this session. If you have any doubts, call. Have a nice day, students. Thank you. Take care.